Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering receiver helpers flooding users with ads on Mac computers. LQQW Ransomware is another variant from the vast Stop Djvu ransomware family, and visiting the peer-to-peer file sharing website 1337x.to may lead to potentially unwanted programs. Every day, it seems, there's tons of new applications popping up that can modify a user's browser preferences. These programs are often categorized as potentially unwanted programs, browser hijackers, or adware because they display unwanted advertisements as well as pop-up or banner ads while browsing. One of the more prominent examples of this kind of potentially unwanted program or PUP observed on Mac computers is Receiver Helper. Mac users that have unknowingly acquired this program, potentially via a bundled software installation, may encounter a pop-up message that states, "Receiver Helper will damage your computer." The purpose of programs like Receiver Helper is to generate revenue by leading users to the third-party websites they partner with. They may also attempt to persuade users to click on sponsored advertisements. The danger of having this kind of unwanted software installed on your computer is that the app creators do not always properly vet the content they redirect users to. Therefore, they may introduce users to sites filled with harmful content. One of the easiest ways to tell if you have installed Receiver Helper is modified browser settings. If your default homepage and search engine have been changed seemingly without your permission, you may have unwittingly installed Receiver Helper. Although the program developer may have attempted to add useful features that supposedly improve the user experience, the search results are not uniquely generated, and the app relies on searches powered by other legitimate search engines such as Bing or Yahoo. However, legitimate search engines are not responsible for whatever this app does. How do I remove Receiver Helper for Mac? You should remove Receiver Helper for Mac with the assistance of a reputable malware remediation application. The anti-malware software should be able to detect and remove all elements associated with Receiver Helper for Mac to ensure that you are not exposed to potentially dangerous content while browsing the web. LQQW Ransomware is one of the file encrypting ransomware strains associated with the Djvu Stop ransomware family. It generally targets files that include documents, videos, databases, and photos. During the encryption process, its code will not damage system files, as the hackers need your system to work in order to enable the transfer of the demanded ransom. Files encrypted by the LQQW ransomware receive the .lqqw extension, and victims cannot access these files until the required decryption key is activated. The ransom note left by the hackers will be found on the computer's desktop and is titled _readme.txt. The ransom note instructs victims to contact the hackers via the emails helpmanager@airmail.cc or helpteam@mail.ch. The affected users are told to make a payment of either $980 or $490 in Bitcoin, depending on whether the initial contact with the hackers is made within the first 72 hours after infection. The operators of LQQW ransomware will offer users one free file decryption to prove that they can provide a fix for locked files. Although it may seem that the easiest path to restore your files is by cooperating with the hackers, we never recommend dealing with cybercriminals. The possibility exists that you may pay the cybercriminals and still never receive a decryption key. How do I deal with a LQQW ransomware attack? You can scan for and remove all elements associated with LQQW ransomware by using a reputable malware remediation application. To protect your files from similar intruders in the future, you should also consider backing up your files on a cloud or external hard drive. Also, take note that by removing this nuisance with a reliable anti-malware tool and not paying the ransom, you're helping to block cybercriminals from gaining funds for their cybercrime. (1337x.to) is a peer-to-peer sharing website used by many individuals looking to illegally obtain all sorts of content, including software programs, music, videos, or other possibly copyright-protected material. In simpler terms, since people are trading in copyright material, the 1337x.to site users may potentially find themselves in legal trouble if their internet service provider detects illegal activities. Engaging with this site may also put your computer at risk, as it may provide users with magnet or torrent links that may be used to distribute malware and other threats. 1337x.to leverages shady advertising networks that result in the site's visitors being bombarded with unsolicited advertisements or redirected to third-party websites that may attempt to install potentially unwanted programs or pups on the user's computer. Most of these pups will either act as an adware or browser hijacker and cause unwanted redirects, display countless advertising banners or pop-up ads, inject hyperlinks in the text of visited sites, or deliver other unsolicited advertising materials. Browser hijackers that may be installed as a result of visiting 1337x.to can also modify certain settings that include the user's default homepage, new page tab, and the default search engine to open a specific promoted website. The purpose of this activity would be to generate ad revenue for the app creators. Browser hijackers are also known to collect and read such browsing data as the user's browsing and search history, clicked URLs, IP addresses, and geolocation. But another more direct danger that exists for 1337x.to visitors is of the legal variety. Downloading copyrighted content via peer-to-peer websites is illegal. 1337x.to users who are discovered to have downloaded certain movies could be targeted by lawsuits. So, a good rule of thumb is, if a software program, song, or movie that you want to download is copyrighted and a third-party site is offering it for free, stay away from it. Regarding any pups, adware, or browser hijackers you may have unwittingly installed due to visiting 1337x.to, scan for and remove these threats using a reputable malware remediation tool. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.